is as important as armed resistance. देखिए, अगर एक कुर्बानी दे रहा है, another group must be able to explain why. They must be able to explain the ideology. They must be able to explain to the rest of the world and justify the movement that exists. ये बड़ा important चीज़ है. I think within the Muslim communities that we have right now, there has been a reawakening, particularly since October 7th. लोग पढ़ रहे हैं. ज़माना था, in my day, I don't know how old you are, लेकिन मेरे ज़माने में जब documentary निकलती थी, documentary 2.5 घंटे के लिए होती थी. 2.5 घंटे. आराम से फिर social media आ गया, Facebook and these YouTubes, 1 hour. Then another platform like Twitter, 2.5 minutes. Then another platform like Instagram, 1.5 minutes. Then another platform like TikTok, 30 seconds. लोगों की वो जो attention span है वो बड़ा short हुआ है. So we have to do two things. Number one is we have to understand content in its entirety. We need to read, we need to study. But more importantly, is we need to be able to condense all of that information into 30 seconds, into 1 minute, into 1.5 minutes. लोगों के पास time नहीं है. And we have to accept ये एक reality है आज के लिए. ये एक reality है. You cannot expect a student, somebody from Gen Z, to sit down and watch something for 2.5 hours. नहीं देखेगा. 2.5 minutes, शायद देखेगा. So that is what we have to try and do. When we talk about intellectual class, intellectualism changes over time. We sometimes think that somebody speaks in a particular way, somebody with an accent, he uses very profound technical terminology. ये intellectualism नहीं है, इसको vocabulary कहते हैं. Intellectualism वो चीज़ है कि that you have critical thinking, that you can assess things from a particular perspective, you can understand things from all angles, and then you can analyze and produce a written document or a video or a testimonial or a speech.
Book literature.
कुछ भी, that you can produce something. That is intellectualism. Even a speech, that's fine as well. Lekin, do not be confused. Or I'm saying this as my example, and I speak on behalf of everybody that has an accent or uses big words. Ye intellectualism nahi hai. If I use English language to my benefit, that is not intellectualism. Intellectualism and being clever or smart or whatever terminology you want to use stems from learning. You learn, you study, you understand. Ratta nahi marna hai. You understand and then you produce something of your own. Varna, agar ratta marna hai, to fir I can quote something from here, quote something from here, put it in ChatGPT or nikal gaya. Create original thinking. Original thinking. Something that people haven't discussed before. Something that people may not have thought before. Be thought-provoking. That is something that we're lacking. And this may not necessarily be about Kashmir right now, but generally speaking for the Muslims around the world. After October 7th, जिस स्पीड से इजरायली प्रोपेगेंडा निकल रही थी, उससे ज़्यादा स्पीड से हम उसको डिबंक कर रहे थे. That required people, the public, not states, it required the public to read, study, research, produce information.
And then advocate.
And then advocate. It takes time to do it. But people were able to do it fast. ये जो academics है, they take years to produce books. We don't need books. We need to counter propaganda. And we know propaganda is on social media and on the mainstream media. So that is where we have to start focusing on. That the depths of intellectualism and the direction that is going in has changed over the last 10, 20, 30, 40 years. Every decade it changes. And we have to be up to date. No longer these think tanks that are producing information and hold these conferences or seminars, and then these big organizations that hold conferences. Those days are gone. Those days are gone, my friend.
Yes.
And so the people of Pakistan, don't consider that you need to go into these areas of expertise. What you need to do is study original literature and then create original content.